And welcome everyone to On Point Live. I'm Vince. This is Jackie right here at the Manhattan Beach Studios. And we want to take a look at the NFL upcoming season. And we're going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Why
Jackie.
not? Why not?
World champion Kansas City Chiefs.
You know, we're going to kick it off right by going to the team that just won the Super Bowl. And make no mistake about it, this is an excellent team. Now, a lot of people are saying, okay, well, they lost their offensive coordinator. We're going to be in a panic. No need to panic because they got Matt Nagy, who's been working with Andy Reid for the better part of the last 7 years, became a head coach out from under him. He's a really good coach. But the thing is the players, Vince. When I look at this roster in Kansas City, what I see is brilliance everywhere. And I see a high expectation from their players. I mean, we know that their quarterback is going to be special. He always is. Well, he never fails.
Anytime you have the quarterback and the coach, Jackie, and the best go-to receiver in football, and Travis Kelce, how do you lose?
How do you lose? And they run the football well. Yeah. I like their offensive line, Donovan Smith, and then Creed Humphrey. He's a special center, does a great job keeping people off that quarterback. And on the defensive side of the ball, Vince, yes. I mean, you know, Chris Jones, this guy is not content. And I mean, I saw him at the awards the other night. He stood up. I'm thinking, this guy's huge compared to a lot of guys.
He's bigger than you, Jack.
And he's bigger than me, Vince, and he has no fat on him. That's the difference between me and him.
How does he only become the third best defensive player in the league, Jackie? He doesn't want to stand for that anymore.
Well, Vince, we talked about this last week. They looked at all of the stats where guys line up at different positions that play on the defensive line, and they concluded that this young man, Chris Jones, when he lines up in a three technique, so if I'm a guard, he's lined up right there. When he lines up in a three technique, he's the best, he's the highest rated, highest graded defensive lineman in all of pro football. And the interesting thing about Chris Jones, Vince, is this guy is saying now that after coming in third in the Defensive Player of the Year voting a year ago, he's saying, I want to be number one. I'm going to be number one. So when you have leadership like that expresses itself verbally, that all eyes are going to be on him. And so the expectations are going to be high. He knows it, and he's going to have to go to another level to get that Defensive Player of the Year award.
And Jack, it starts with coaching, too, because Steve Spagnuolo has done a great job. It's all contributory.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody contributes to the final result, Jackie. No one really, everybody's humble in them own selves, but they have one objective: stop their opponent, get the ball back to our offense, which is the best offense in football.
Absolutely.
So that's how they win games.
That's how they win games. And a caveat to that, Vince, Eric Bieniemy was with Andy Reid for a long time.
Right.
They won Super Bowls. They had a lot of success. Now he's the offensive coordinator over the Washington Commanders. So people are a little bit concerned about how they're going to get along. I know Travis Kelce loves Eric Bieniemy. So people are a little bit concerned now about how the Kansas City Chiefs offense is going to roll. But make no mistake about it.
They got Matt Nagy now.
And they got Andy Reid. Don't forget about Andy Reid. Andy Reid.
He's the brains of the outfit.
You know the thing I like about Andy Reid, Vince?
Right.
He was an old offensive lineman. He cut his teeth doing meat and potato football. Right. And now he's moved on up and learned the nuances of calling a good game, being a good leader of a football team. And Andy Reid, to me, is a very, very impressive coach.
You know what I like about him? He's never panics, Jackie. There's no panic.
You never see it. If he does, you don't see it.
I don't care if they're 10 points down, Jackie, with 3 minutes to go in the game.
Just looking at the chart.
They'll just come back. It's the belief in your players, and the players have the same respect for the coach.
Absolutely. And they got some really good secondary guys over there, Vince. They got people that can cover. They got people that can run support. Those linebackers are fast all over the place. So, to me, the Kansas City Chiefs, with the draft that they had, they equipped themselves with some young players that they can grow and develop and give them another legitimate shot at being a Super Bowl contender.
Jackie, you know, they won the Super Bowl last year. The only other team to repeat was the 03-04 New England Patriots.
Absolutely.
How much of a setback? Can they actually win the Lombardi Trophy 2 years in a row?
It's hard. It's hard. It hadn't been done, too often. So you have to have the right ingredients, and those ingredients start with the players. Number one, the quarterback position. They lost Orlando Brown, that left tackle position. That offensive line spot has to be filled. I think Donovan Smith is going to be the guy that's going to do that. But everywhere else, Vince, they are still solid.
And Arrowhead, you got to tell me, Arrowhead Stadium, Jackie, is rocking, man. I'm telling you, it's one of the loudest stadiums
to play.
And I'm telling you what, those fans support their team like no other fans. And I'm telling you what, I think, if any team can do it and repeat, this team can do it right.
Don't count them out. Don't count them out. That's for sure.
So until next time, stay on point.